Assalamu alaikum. My dear student, I am Rajendra Sarkar, lecturer in English, Pastuki by One Degree College. Today I will discuss a topic. This is use of auxiliary verb. I have start my class June 7 batch for technical problem. I can take my class timely, so I have to take the class later. The use of auxiliary verb. In my previous class, I discussed use of am is are. So I start the class through the am is are, but now I start to discuss the points auxiliary verb do or does. Do, does are the two auxiliary verb. Do, does, did are called verb to do. These three verbs are used at the time of when we do not find any auxiliary verb in the sentence. If we want to make the sentence negative or interrogative, then we have to use do or do, does, did. In present indefinite tense, do, does. In past tense, we have to use did as an auxiliary verb. So all the students should know the use of do, does. Some student or some bright student may think that all the student knows it, but as a teacher we know the real fact, the real scenario of our student, because our maximum students are weak. Though 5% students are bright, maximum 90%, 95% are weak, and especially 60% students so much weak. So all the students are our learners. We have to launch our ship class to all the students. So all the students should know the use of auxiliary verb. So here I discuss do or does as the auxiliary verb. First I write some subject. First person singular number, second person plural number, first person plural number, second person singular or plural, third person plural number, third person plural number, third person plural number. Third person singular number, third person singular number, third person singular number, third person singular number. This pronoun take the singular verb as student third person singular number. I do, we do, you do, they do, the student do, people do. He does, she does, it does, Kamal does, everybody does, nobody does, a student does. From the discussion, we can summarize the point that for the student, so the student can easily realize the fact that firstly, in my first in my first class of using or use of auxiliary verb, I discussed number and person. So need not have to show the diagram of number and person. Just we can discuss. I first person singular number. We second first person plural number, use second person singular or plural. We may think they third person plural number, the student third person number, the people third person plural number, third person singular number, third person singular number, third person singular number, Kamal third person singular number. Everybody and nobody use always a singular verb. A student third person singular number. We can discuss that, we can say that, we can understand that all the person and numbers always takes do as an auxiliary verb without third person singular number. Third person singular number always takes does as an auxiliary verb. Does as an auxiliary verb. So all the students should bear in mind the point for their uh, learning English, because without the right idea of the use of auxiliary verb, we cannot make sentence properly. So all the students should have the enough idea, should have the correct idea, should have the strict idea about the use of auxiliary verb. For practice, I read some example. Reads more. They help the poor. You go to college. There are 5 sentences here. All the sentences have some main verb. If you want to transfer the sentence into negative form, we have to use auxiliary verb do or does. Do or does. The student ছাত্রটি কঠোর পরিশ্রম করে, works hard কঠোর পরিশ্রম করে. The student third person singular number. The student third person singular number. The student third person singular number. If we want to make the sentence negative or interrogative, we have to take an auxiliary verb. Take the help of an auxiliary verb, as there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence. Negative form. The student does not work hard. The student doesn't work hard. This is negative form of the sentence, not the transformation, just negative form of the sentence. The student works hard. The student does not work hard, or doesn't work hard, doesn't work hard. If you want to make the sentence interrogative, we also need an auxiliary verb. This is does. Does the student work hard? Does the student work hard? This is the interrogative form of the sentence. This is the interrogative form of the sentence. Here, we can write the transformation of the sentence. Negative form. Doesn't the student work. This is the transformation of the sentence. The first one was the conversion of sentence. First one was this is transformation of the sentence. So find that we can make the sentence negative interrogative or negative interrogative, or this is called negative interrogative. We have to take the help of an auxiliary verb. This is called do or does. So we should know the use of do or does. We love them. We love them. Here we third person. Sorry, first person plural number. First person plural number. We first person. If you want to make the sentence negative, we do not love them. This is negative form. In negative form, do we love them. Negative interrogative form, don't we love them. This is called conversion of sentence. This is called transformation of sentence. You can see because the sentence totally change the meaning, other than not change the word meaning of the sentence. We love them. We don't love them. আমরা তাদের পছন্দ করি না. Do we love them? আমরা কি তাদের পছন্দ করি? Don't we love? আমরা কি তাদের পছন্দ করি না? This is the use of do. In previous sentence was the use of does. So we should think that how much important the use of do or does. He reads more. Negative. He does not read more. Interrogative. Does he read more? Negative interrogative. Doesn't he read more? Doesn't he read more? Doesn't he read more? He does not read more. Does he read more? Doesn't he read more? Doesn't he read more? They help the poor. This affirmative form. Negative form. They don't help the interrogative form. So they help the poor. Negative interrogative form. Don't they help the poor? Do they help the poor? Don't they help the poor? Do they help the poor? This negative, interrogative, negative. This is called conversion of sentence. This is called, we think this is transformation of sentence. till the board already been finished. You go to college. You go to college. Negative form. You do not go to college. Interrogative form. Do you go to college? Negative interrogator. Don't you go to college? Don't you go to college? This first sentence are the example of how to make the sentence negative or interrogative for the student. Because in our way of life, at the time of learning, we have to write different types of sentence. Sometimes we write affirmative, negative, 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 or interrogative sentence. So all the students should know the real fact and real idea, real information, and real method of changing the sentence into a negative, interrogative, and affirmative, negative, and everything. Verb to do, does, did are called verb to do. Do, does, present form, did, past form. Do, does use করা হয় প্রেজেন্ট ইনডিফিনিট টেন্সের বাক্যকে নেগেটিভ ইন্টারোগেটিভ করার ক্ষেত্রে, ডিড ইউজ করা পাস্ট ইনডিফিনিট টেন্সের বাক্যকে নেগেটিভ ইন্টারোগেটিভ। আমরা জানি এখন বিষয়টা। He went there. They came here. We loved them. There are three sentences of first indefinite tense. First, student should know the identifier of the sentence. For this reason, in my previous classes, I discussed tense clearly according to structure, so that the student can realize the real fact of tense. So this is past indefinite tense. A student asks, how can we identify the tense? Because after subject, if we find the second form of verb, second form means go, present form, went, past form, one, past participle. This is called verb 1 in English. This is called verb 2, this is called verb 2. Present indefinite tense, present form of the verb. This is a verb past form, verb past participle form. In brief, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. Verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. If you find after subject the second form of verb or verb 2, this is past indefinite. This is past indefinite. There is the auxiliary verb here. There is the auxiliary verb here. We can use any other auxiliary, am, is, are, have, has, had, shall, will, may, might, can, could. We can use to make the sentence negative. We can use this verb to make the sentence negative. We can use this verb to make the sentence into interrogative, because only we can use just did as auxiliary verb. We should bear in mind the point. We should bear in mind the point. I largely discuss at a time use of do, does, did. After that, the time. He went there. Negative form. He did not go there. interrogative form, did he go? Negative interrogative form, didn't he go? Didn't he go? Did he go there? Did not he go there? Did he go there? This is negative, interrogative, negative interrogative. Negative, interrogative, negative interrogative. Just we have to bear in mind the point that when we find any sentence of past tense, if we change the sentence into negative, or if we make any sentence negative form of past indicative tense, we have to use did as an auxiliary verb. But at the time we have to bear in mind the point that if we find such a sentence in the in anywhere, we have to always observe the point that after do, does, did, after do, does, did as the negative point or form or the interrogative form, we have to use main verb, base form of the verb, base or the present form of the verb, or verb 1, or verb 1, or verb 1. Let's see the points. They go, he goes, he went. They go, they don't go. He doesn't. He did not go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Present form, present form, present form. Present form plus S by S, past indefinite. Present indefinite, past indefinite. From the above discussion or the above example, we may take decision that after use do, does, did as a negative form or interrogative form, such as the interrogative form, do they, does he go, did he go. Negative or interrogative form, in both form we have to bear in mind the point that in both form we have to use present form of verb after using do, does, did as a negative form or interrogative form. This is a strict and important and significant rule for do, does, did, because at the time of changing the sentence into negative form or interrogative form, especially in past indefinite tense or past form, student sometimes forgets that to change the verb into present form, because in statement or in the question paper sentences are given or sentences appear in the past indefinite form. When they use do or does, do, does, did to make sentence negative or interrogative, we have to use present form of the verb at the time of changing. So, especially this is becoming acute problem at the time of past indefinite tense. At the time when we find does as an auxiliary verb, but at the time of do, this is not the fact, because at the time of using do is a base form of verb, and S or S, or the past form is here is used after do. So that this is the real fact. In brief or in conclude, we may say that, we may elaborately say that, or we may in brief say that, at the time of using do or does or did to make any sentence negative or interrogative, we always bear in mind the point that we have to write the present form of verb. Present form of verb. Unless our sentence may be false, may be incorrect. Let's just another example of using have has. Sorry, before doing the point in about use the did we have to know another point. Use of did. I, we, you, they, he, she, if the subject from any person, from any number, at the time of using did, we don't think about the number and person of the subject, because all the number and person of the subject always take did as a auxiliary verb. Jamon, such as I love him, we go there, you help me, they work hard, he went to college, she came here, Kamal saw a bird. All the second form of the verb, did, loved, went. Helped, worked. If we want to change them into negative or interrogative, we have to just use did. Just use did. I did not love him. We did not go there. You did not help. They did not work hard. He did not go to college. She did not come here. Kamal did not see a bird. Here you find that first person, singular number, second person first person plural number, second person, third person singular plural number, third person singular number, third person singular, third person. All the persons number always take did as an auxiliary verb. So we can easily bear in mind the point that if we need all the number in person, after all the number in person, we can use did as an auxiliary verb. So this is an easy form for the student to bear in mind the point. Bear in mind the point. Here we show the difference between the use of do, does and did. Such as I do, we do, they do, he do, he does, she does, it does, Jahid does. On the other hand, I did, you did, we did, they did, he did, she did, it did, Jahid did. I think that the fact will be clear to all the students. I try my best to teach the point to the students so that all the students can realize the use of do, does clearly. They may not make any faults at the time of using do, does. This is my hope. For this purpose, I have taken the class. At the situation of COVID-19, I invite all the students and the guardian of the students to take vaccine as early as possible because at the time of COVID-19 situation, all the normal life activities are hampered for the disease. So, to make a normal situation, to make it our country a normal activities, all the persons concerned should take the vaccine as early as possible. Our government has taken proper step for the people for vaccination. So, as our government has arranged all the management for the people, for the vaccination of the people, so that people may be safe from all types of diseases and lead a successful life, and we can go our normal life. So, at the time of our government initiative step, we should also come forward to enhance the program. So I highly invite all the concerned person and the guardian of the students for vaccination, and they should also take part in the villages to invite other persons who are not interested about the vaccine, because if we try to overcome the problem, we should take the medicine, because taking medicine is the sunnah of Islam. Allah Jalla Shanu, by the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, invite us to take medicine for disease. This is one type of sunnah. Okay, Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. Inshallah, we will meet in next class.
5 minutes.